So here's a quick one about a young guy, who in my opinion gets the Bonehead of the Year award. Now ordinarily I like to poke fun at the gals, have some good laughs, but this guy deserves everything that's coming to him. This is about a guy who's convinced that his girlfriend is trying to baby trap him. She got pregnant, and she's mentioned that she wants to have kids one day, but not necessarily right now. And now that she's pregnant, he's convinced it's all on her. However, you're going to see that this guy, and I want to say what it is, definitely by being stupid, caused this whole thing to happen. And in my opinion, this wasn't her. This was all on him for just being an idiot. And why I tell you guys to always wear protection. Always. Titled, Am I the a-hole, am I the B, I guess bastard, for accusing my girl of baby trapping me? He says, my girlfriend Kelly is 23 and I'm 27. We've been together for about a year and a half. She is lovely, kind, smart, and compassionate. And overall, everything I've been looking for. I didn't have much experience with relationship SEX before I met her. She did. Well, I had to tell you something, but for this story, we're focusing on the main issue. I've been on the fence with having children before I met her, and Kelly's always wanted children. She told me she wants one within the next few years, but not right now as we are not stable enough financially. Well, you know what? If a girl outright says that, that's a good sign. I got no problem with that. It's usually the guy that says that. After time of falling more in love with her, my feelings on it have changed, and I would like to have a family with her in the future, just not now. This might be too much information, so just a little warning. For the first year of our relationship, I always used condoms. Over the last 6 or 7 months or so, we did not use them every time. Maybe like 50 to 60%. Smack! You moron. What do you think, you're just going to time the pulling out? Okay, guess what? There's a thing called, pre-cum or something like that. Sometimes some of your love juice will ooze out a little bit before you actually fire away, if you will. Not wearing condoms, you're playing with fire, Mr. I don't want kids right now. I pull out, and I made sure to do it a long while before I actually finish. You know how many guys have said that and got their girl pregnant, you idiot? It just happened one day in the heat of the moment, and she didn't seem to have a problem with not using them either as long as I pulled out. Now, maybe one could say, all right, fine, maybe she's, if I get pregnant, I get pregnant, but this idiot, come on here. This weekend, she comes over in a panic and tells me she's pregnant. I didn't know what to do. I just stared at the test for a minute and asked her, how could this have possibly happened since the chances were so low? The internet says there's an 8 to 10% chance. Are you out of your mind? If you're never wearing condoms, you don't wear condoms anymore, and you think you can always get the timing right, bullshit. That statistic is nonsense. Now, it takes two to tango, and she was agreeing to this, so maybe she's thinking, okay, maybe I'll get pregnant anyway. But I've had a girlfriend when I was 20 years old who absolutely did not want to have kids. Absolutely. Trust me on this. Ever. And to this day, because she's one of the people I actually keep in contact with from a long. I was I keep contact with her. I was through Facebook when I was on Facebook, and to this day, in her 40s, she still never had kids because she didn't want them. And guess what she wanted to do? When she get in the heat of the moment and get excited, and she wasn't on the pill, she would want to do the deed when condoms weren't available. And I did, and it was stupid. The one time, and she was late, and I was scared shitless. I was going to become a dad at 20 years old. After that, never did it again. Always wear protection. So even her, who didn't want to have kids, did that in the heat of the moment. He says, I told her that I'm highly doubtful that it was an accident, and she started sobbing. I haven't spoken to her since Friday, since we both need time to collect our thoughts. Part of me trusts her and believes this might have been an accident, but the more I think about it, the fishier it seems. No, moron, you didn't freaking wear protection. This is going to happen eventually, and I don't care this pull-out crap, because again, you can have the pre-substance coming out. Although I might have given her mixed messages when she gets drunk, she tells me that she wants a baby. The next morning, she says that she's so embarrassed and she was just in her feels. I told her things such as our baby will be so cute, quote, and that I would love to do that with her. But I don't know if this was her plan all along before we were ready. To clarify, I have pulled out every time. Maybe I didn't convey that good, and I pull out a while before I finish. We do not have SEX without a condom every time, half of the time at most, and only a few months so far. So, even half the time. You do it one time. That's all it takes. So, I'm convinced here this happened because this guy was foolish enough. Now, she obviously went along with this, but then again, I had a girlfriend too. In the heat of the moment, he did the deed, and I never did that again once we had that scare. So guys, always wear protection. Even if she says she's on protection, you wear protection and don't do that whole I'll pull out crap. Many guys have done that and look what happened. You wear protection, you dispose the protection, and don't buy the crap that she's on the pill. Now some comments here, because the whole comment section is full of guys tearing him new ones, saying he's a complete bonehead here, saying what I say. One guy says here, bro, pre-ejaculate is, wait for it, semen. So pulling out doesn't even matter because you already put semen inside of her. This guy needs to go back to school. That's so basic. I feel bad for the girlfriend here. She's not pregnant and stuck with a moron who does not understand basic biology. Another guy says here, the simple fact of the matter is that even if she was trying to baby trap him, she didn't do anything sneaky or had to lie about anything for that to happen. He chose to have unprotected SCX with her, and then pulled out method is not solid birth control. So he's still just as responsible for getting her pregnant. Even if she wanted to get pregnant, all she literally did was to let him have unprotected SCX with her, but she didn't have to lie about already being on it because of anything, because he clearly didn't care. And another guy says here, do you really think any woman in her right mind would want to baby trap a moron? If you didn't see the flaws in your logic and judgment, she has way more to contend with you being pregnant at an inconvenient time. You're not the catch that you think you are. Yeah, exactly. Now, is it possible that was her whole, lured him in to have the SCX without the... It's possible, but in this situation, I actually don't see that. It's just that he was stupid. She was stupid too. She was stupid for going along with it, and having him wear protection. But he was a big idiot here for doing that. So anyhow, I thought it'd be pretty funny when I go over. Now, lesson, guys, do not always wear protection and provide your own protection, because some of the gals that want to have a baby for whatever reason can poke holes in things, or you dispose of them, because other ones have... He's throwing the condom in the trash can, and she's quickly like, I have to pee, and she goes in the bathroom and inserts it, if you will, and next thing you know, I don't know how I'm pregnant. So guys, be careful on this.